if you want to go ahead and just read the motion, I'll get a mover and seconder and we'll move forward.
Okay, the first item is just to call the meeting to order.
Wonderful. We'll call this meeting to order. I need a mover and a seconder, or do you have it already down?
No, it's just we started the meeting at 4:05 p.m.
Perfect. We'll start this meeting at 4:05 p.m. A mover and seconder, moved by Councilor Chesky, second by Councilor Main. All those in favor? Wonderful. Next item up would be to, I presume, to move into close. Is that correct, Sherry?
Nope, just need to ask if there's any declarations of conflict of interest.
Wonderful. Is there any declarations of a conflict of interest for this meeting today? I see none.
Seeing none.
If you find that you find yourself in the conflict, please interrupt and we'll take note of it at that time. Next item would be, I presume, and am I presuming right now to move into camera?
Nope, we're doing the approval of the agenda.
See, I knew I needed to have that in front of me.
If you'd like, I could read the motion for you.
Sure.
We have a motion
Please.
moved by Councillor Cunningham, seconded by Councillor Main, that the contents of the special meeting of council with closed session for April 11, 2022 be approved.
All those in favor? I see carried. Any opposed? I see none. All right, next item, Madam Clerk.
Next item is the motion to move into closed session.
I knew we'd get there at one point. Thank you. So we need a mover and seconder?
We have it moved by Councillor Downer and seconded by Councillor Gordon.
Wonderful. All
And
those in favor to move into camera?
Well, I have to.
Sure, go ahead.
Sorry, Deputy Mayor Ross. We just need to read the motion as to why we're going
Sure.
into close, so I can read that for
Please.
you.
Wonderful.
That council move into closed session, and that further that this portion of the meeting be closed to the public pursuant to section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001 as indicated. Subsection 2C, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board. Subsection 2E, litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunals affecting the town or local board. Subsection 3.1, a meeting of a council or local board or of a committee of either of them may be closed to the public if the following conditions are both satisfied. The meeting is held for the purpose of educating or training the members. And 2, at the meeting, no member discusses or otherwise deals with any matter in a way that materially advances the business or decision-making of that council. Actually, sorry, section 2 does not apply. It would just be section 1, that the meeting is held for the purpose of educating or training the members.
Wonderful. Any questions or comments with regards to that motion?
I do.
Councillor Main?
Thank you. Yeah, just in terms of justification for going into close, you just read the motion. So we're going into close to discuss the procurement process, but it's under the training umbrella. So we're going to just have a general conversation about the procurement process, and no decisions will be made at this meeting. Is that correct?
It's actually twofold. So we've gone into closed session under three sections of the Municipal Act. The first 2 are you can provide direction to staff, and we did put the training because we're going to be giving some training on the procurement process. So there's a twofold, which is why we have the 3 sections listed on the motion as to why we went into closed.
Thank you.
We're not doing that section 2. I just read an error.
Thank you. Just the justification of going closed is very important on a big matter like this. So thank you for reiterating that. Thank you.
You're satisfied with the answer, Councillor Main? Any other questions or comments? I see none. Well, all those in favor to move in camera? Looks like we have a majority. Thank you.
Okay, and just note, Mayor Strathern has joined the meeting. We've just promoted him, and I will pause the recording as we go into closed.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. So we've just come out of a closed session, a special meeting of council, and I'll read a motion moved by Councillor Main, rising from that closed session. Moved by Councillor Main, seconded by Deputy Mayor Ross. The council acknowledges and accepts the confidential update and recommendations provided by the Chief Administrative Officer and Chair of the Midland Bay Landing Development Corporation at the closed meeting session of the special meeting of council held April 11th, 2022. with respect to the procurement process, Midland Bay Landing. Comments or questions with respect to the motion? Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Your Worship. Prior to voting on the motion arising out of closed, I just wanted to provide some clarification. The original motion to go into closed under section 3.1, I think I misspoke and said that subsection 2 would not apply, but it does apply to that section. And that, I can't remember if I read it all, but I can read that section. It just says, at the meeting, no member discusses or otherwise deals with any matter in a way that materially advances the business or decision-making of the council, local board, or committee. And that is a section under the training. So we have to adhere to both number 1 and number 2. It's reflected that way on the agenda. It will be reflected in the minutes, but I just wanted to provide that clarification to council because I did misspeak when Councillor Main had asked me. I just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Council, you've heard the motion. All those in favor? Thank you. That 2 carries. I now have a motion moved by Councillor Danner, seconded by Councillor Gordon, that bylaw 2022-25 being a bylaw to adopt the proceedings of the special meeting of council with closed session held April 11, 2022 be passed and enacted. I'll assume there are no, I'll ask comments or questions. Seeing none, all in favor? Thank you. That carries. And finally, moved by Councillor Shevsky, second by Deputy Mayor Ross, that the special meeting of council with closed session dated April 11, 2022, adjourn at 5:26 p.m. All those in favor? Thank you. Well, thank you for coming to this meeting. Sorry for the snafu on the communications at the beginning. I wish you all well in your first hybrid meeting on